Hello, Star Marks, everybody. We're a very funny podcast out of Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Follow us on all the stuff. Most important thing is YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on your favorite podcast apps. We are at SnarkMarksPod on Instagram, and Dusty's at SnarkMarkD on Twitter. I'm at Andrew Idell on Instagram, and I'm cute, so check it out. We're going to get pretty much right into what we have to do because we did a bracket last week and it took us 9 hours. And this bracket's bigger, so we gotta mind our time on this one. But we were a little bit delayed in beginning our episode today because Dusty had a quote unquote ranch dressing accident.
That unfortunately is correct. I would have loved to not have to tell you that, but
but you have to tell me that.
Yeah,
I mean, if I have a ranch dressing accident, I'm calling the Dustbuster immediately.
Yeah,
I'm letting you know.
We had locked in a time earlier today. Hey, does this time work for you? Yes, this time works for both of us. Great.
Yeah.
I usually grab dinner on podcast night on the way home because we're starting at like 6 o'clock and I don't want to not eat until 8 or 9 o'clock or whatever. So I went to Wingstop, got their new crispier chicken tenders. This is as advertised, crispier tenders.
Crispier than the normal tender. Are the normal tenders not crispy enough?
Well, the thing is, to me, that was not a complaint. I don't know who didn't think that they were crispy enough, but maybe I get a dry rub on the chicken tenders that I get. So maybe if you get like a sauce, they aren't as crispy, but that's the price you pay to play the game. You know what I mean?
Pay the cost to have the sauce.
Right. That's going to be a wetter tender.
That's a callback to a conversation we had before we got on.
You'll never know the context.
Very funny.
Yeah. So they're advertising crispier, and I'm like, well, crispier wouldn't have been my complaint. The tenders are pretty good.
Well, did you put cement in it? In the breading?
They must just fry them a little bit longer.
What do you guys do? We just fry it harder?
Yeah, like they've got a new fryer, like an industrial fryer. You can put the whole chicken in there alive, and it'll come out crispy and tender.
The Binford 6100.
Yeah, they can see it from space whenever you light up a batch. So
the Titano fryer.
Yeah, so it's a 2-man operation to get things into this fryer. So
it costs $6,000 every time you fire it up.
So I get them home, I eat them, no complaints because I like Wingstop. You know, it's as good as it's ever going to be. It seems like, and I'm putting away all of the food, like to throw it in the trash. And I have the ranch dressing receptacle because obviously I'm going to get ranch dressing with my tenders. You know?
Yeah, you got to get ranch with the tenders, especially if you're getting a dry rub.
Yeah, well, and like for the fries, the ranch is the utility player. It's coming off the bench, but it's always a wanted contribution.
Yeah, and those Wingstop fries, I'm telling you, that's a top maybe 5 fry for me.
They're also as soon as they're cold, they're useless. You can't reheat a Wingstop fry.
They kind of become like a homogeneous chunk, like all of them together.
Yeah, like they're great if you get them right out of the Titana fryer 6000. Mm-hmm. But if they sit for any amount of time, it's over with. So as I'm trying to put everything back in the container tips, and the ranch dressing, which had the top on it, falls onto the floor.
Hell yeah, dude. I love that it had the fucking top on it, bro. Because as it was falling, you were like, "Oh man, come on, top! I need you here.
Yeah,
I need you to survive. Hold strong."
That top does not have any sort of bounce resistance at all.
The top knows it's done all the way down. Like I'm not only am I gonna lose all my integrity and it's gonna fly out, I'm also gonna disappoint the dust man.
Yeah, the top to the ranch dressing through the fight. You know what I mean? It was over before it started.
Took a dive, yeah.
Yeah, and of course the ranch dressing just explodes.
Just a massacre, yeah.
All over the carpet. and
carpet. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, if it had been in the kitchen where it's wood flooring, like that still sucks. I don't want to clean up ranch dressing off the floor.
Yeah.
But on the rug,
carpet makes it so much worse.
Yeah, so I had to text you to say, "Hey, I'm going to be a few minutes. There's been a ranch dressing incident."
You probably should have taken the whole day.
Right.
To be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a steam cleaner in here.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to clean it up, and of course, my cat.
The cats, yeah.
Yeah, they. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's got milk in it. I don't think that it's good that you eat this. Probably, it's probably bad for you. So
yeah, they probably shouldn't, but they're probably fine.
Yeah, like I don't think that they'll die, but it's probably not in their diet to have ranch dressing. We shouldn't even really eat ranch dressing.
They should probably have it before we do. I mean,
yeah. So, but everything got cleaned up. I took some paper towels. Like, what else do you do? I dry cleaned it with some paper towels to get all of it up.
Yep.
And then I went and got some wet paper towels, put some soap on them. And tried to do
why not just the towel? Why we got to do paper towels?
Because then I don't have to wash the towel.
You want a ranchy towel?
Yeah, then that's one. I just throw that guy straight in the trash. Like
fucking trash.
Yeah, like I don't need to run towel. Plus, the ranch dressing is gonna get it on all the other clothes. Like they're all gonna get washed, but it's just a hassle I don't need.
Yeah, I mean. It's the American way,
Yeah, look, I feel like the cutting of the pollution acts to keep the water from being polluted is going to do more than the 8 extra paper towels that I threw away tonight.
Hey, listen, everybody does their part, Dusty.
Right? It takes it takes a village to global warm this planet. One man alone can't do it. So
one man, the shitty thing about it is one man alone can fuck the whole planet up. It takes all of us to fix it.
yeah. Look, I don't throw away. I don't buy 6-packs of things. I cut up the rings. Do
you cut up the rings?
Yeah, I cut up the rings. I don't want ducks to get fucking.
Another one.
And then I'd feel specifically responsible. That's
man.
That's less esoteric.
They should dust those for fingerprints.
Yeah.
When a duck, and then they take a picture of the duck and they send it to the person who did it,
and the duck's family.
Yeah.
Or just some other ducks, because who would know?
It's just a sad duck, and you just send it to like the guy who bought the Gatorade.
Yeah, that's.
That'll just make you feel Darren.
I know we have to get to the bracket, but I have to tell you,
have to get to the bracket.
Thinking of the ducks, I watched sometimes I'll just throw on a compilation on YouTube of the old This Is Sports Center commercials.
Oh yeah,
I think
the Tomlinson mailman.
Yeah, I think the funniest one for me personally, this is the exact type of humor that I enjoy. Is there's they go in on the office, and in a cubicle is the Oregon Duck.
Yeah,
right, the mascot. And he's looking out the window at a pond where there are ducks. And he's like longingly looking out this window at those ducks. And then he turns back to his computer and starts typing again after like a long sigh. Man, that one gets me every single time.
All he wants to do is be a duck.
Yeah, but he's got to work.
He's got a 9 to 5. That's us.
Yeah, that's a working man. Yeah, I'd love to just go sit by a pond and hang out, but I can't.
Yeah, but for some reason we pity those ducks. Those ducks are free.
Yeah, that duck's not worried about a mortgage. That duck's doing his thing.
That duck if that duck spills ranch dressing, you know what he does? He leaves it there.
He just waddles away.
Yeah, the whole world is his house.
He doesn't have. He can just move to a part that's clean.
That part of my house now has ranch dressing on it.
Yeah, I'll just
hopefully it rains.
I'll just move to the next one. Yeah. I hope it rains for 2 reasons: cleans up the ranch dressing, and I'm a duck, so I love rain.
Take a little bath.
Yeah, it's a twofold win
cute
for
thing
me.
That I do with my bill and my feathers.
Yeah, that everybody loves.
Ducks are ducks the ones that have super absorbent tummies?
I don't know. I don't think that's a thing I know.
One there's birds, and I've never sounded dumber, but There's birds that have like their underbelly is like super absorbent and they can hold a lot of water in it. It might be more of a goose thing. I don't know. Ducks travel.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's if you had dumb guy logic, that sounds like a thing that would be helpful to a duck.
Yeah,
like evolutionary wise.
Duck, absorbent,
tum
tummy.
Yeah,
I spelled tummy with one M.
You're gonna get weird.
To me. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna look at this for any longer. But there are birds that have super absorbent. I can't remember. Like they can hold a surprising amount of water just in their stomach feathers, and then they just slurp that shit up whenever they need it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We're gonna send out a correspondent. We'll return with an answer.
Just go squeeze a duck.
Yeah,
I've ringed out 25 ducks. I'm currently under arrest. No absorbency.
Let me ask you: did the amount of water that came out of the duck seem surprising, or like a normal amount you'd expect?
Oh, dude, I just saw the You know what? I forgot to expect something. I just spit all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, so that was great. That was wonderful. Yeah. We gotta get to this bracket. So the bracket, hold on.
Marks Madness!
Oh, fuck. I played it a second time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Even though it just played, it scared me the second time. This is Marks Madness, everybody. Last week we decided that Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry is the worst song ever made. And you know what? I still feel good about that. I had a smile on my face all week.
Yeah. Hey, you're the worst song ever.
Hey, this song sucks ass. And I didn't make a clip because I make my clips on Sunday nights, and Riverside boned us hard, and I was hard negotiating with the people who make who release our podcast, threatening to cancel my service, and like it was bad. It was bad, but I got him, you know?
Yeah.
I just saw first of all, we're doing boomer dad songs. Okay. We're going to find out the ultimate best boomer dad song. The songs that your dad he's got a pedal in his, GTO shaped like a foot.
Yep. And he's got a shifter on his manual transmission that looks, or on his manual that looks like an 8-ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he doesn't know where he got it, but he's glad it's there, you know? And he puts that foot gas pedal straight to the floor and goes way too fast, but that's what dads do, you know? I just saw the first matchup. This might be the hardest matchup of the entire thing, for me at least.
Okay. I listened to these songs a lot today, and I have some criteria of my own that I'm using to determine which ones. Because like last week was a tournament of hate, and I think this is a tournament of love. Like I have genuine affection for all of these songs.
Yeah, they're all good songs.
So I haven't seen the bracket. I haven't seen the matchups.
Would you like for me to unveil the matchups?
Please unveil the matchups.
Okay, so we have 16 songs on this because we are gluttons for punishment and we don't like making short podcasts. So we've got Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival, American Band by Grand Funk Railroad, Renegade by Styx, Stranglehold by The Nuge, Running with the Devil, Van Halen, Carry On Wayward Son, Kansas, Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, More Than a Feeling by Boston, Kashmir by Led Zeppelin, School's Out by Alice Cooper, Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band, Godzilla by who sings Godzilla?
Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult. ZZ Top's Lagrange. I just wrote ZZ Top. I didn't write Lagrange. For just one of them, I wrote just the name of the band for some reason. Slow Ride by who sings Slow Ride?
Foghat. Goddamn
Foghat. Shout out to Jim Carrey. Funk number 49 by James Gang, right?
Yep.
And What's Your Name by Skinnerd. Goddamn Leonard Skinnerd.
You've heard of it? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
There's no buys.
No,
no
this
buys
is
on a 16-person tournament.
Yeah, this is just straight. We're going straight to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, straight American Gase.
Yeah,
straight through this.
That's all right. So first matchup, Fortunate Son by CCR, released October 1969 off of their album Willie and the Poor Boys, which is a great album. Written by Fogerty, goddamn John Fogerty.
He's been making these videos on the internet, on YouTube, about like, this is how I came up with each one of these songs. And he said something so infuriating about this song. He said this the song took me the longest to write, but it was also the quickest song I ever wrote. I wanted to jump through the TV. Come on, Fogerty, you can't be this
both,
old.
Yeah, it can't be both things.
Yeah.
That's by the meaning of words. It can't be the quickest song and the longest song.
How about No Gertie? Yeah. You know what I
mean? And that's taken on We're an American Band by Grand Funk Railroad, released 1973 off of the studio album Grand Funk.
Hell yeah,
is what it looks like.
Is there a better band name than Grand Funk Railroad?
You know, they're like, I didn't get, if we're jumping right into it, like I said, I didn't give enough credit to Grand Funk Railroad, I don't think. Because I always just hear the name and I'm like, yeah, they sing We're an American Band or whatever.
Homer Simpson loves them. Favorite
band. Homer loves them. This song rips, dude.
Dude, it's so good. This song, like, Fortunate Son should have, they're playing against the 16 seed. They should have an easy lane through this. I don't know. I still haven't decided.
Yeah, I like, you know, I play drums. Anybody who listens to this podcast has to know that. The intro to We're an American Band on the cowbell, and then there's a drum fill with like we talked about in the selection draft, floppy 70s toms all over the place.
Oh God, I love a floppy tom.
Yeah, it rocks, and it's
that guitar riff that goes, it's all, it's like it's like a journey, bro. Like I don't know, but Fortunate Son is like one of the most iconic, like, badass rock and roll American, like, it ain't me, bro. I ain't no senator's son. Like, oh man,
it's a tough break, either way it goes. But my feeling is Fortunate Son is the more dad rock song for the reasons that you're stating. Like, it's also great. It's like 2.5 minutes. It gets in, it gets out.
Big. That's big. I've got some complaints about the lengths of some of these songs. So that's Fortunate Son that's big.
And one of the criteria that I was going through was, which one of these songs, when they come on, makes me want to drive fast? And Fortunate Son makes me want to drive fast and yell the lyrics to Fortunate Son.
Listen, I agree with you, but We're an American Band. You go ahead and drive a car, listening to American Band, and go the speed limit calmly and happily. You know what I mean? Like,
they're coming to your town. They're gonna party down.
They're gonna party down, bro. I do think Fortunate Son is going to the second round here. Okay, I'm gonna get that out of the way. I think it just breaks my freaking heart, because I think American Band is one of the best songs in this list. Like, I listened to it today and I just kept going, God damn. I almost I literally could have been like sitting there going, man, I hope this doesn't play Fortunate Son in the first round.
Yeah, it's just a bad bracket beat, I think. Like, Fortunate Son is the American song. It's like, you know, it's about the underdog, and it's about, like, the man comes to your house, and you pretend that you're not rich so that so that you don't have to pay your taxes. And then as he's walking away, you know, and then, some folks are born to wave the flag, but it ain't me. You know, it's just Fortunate Son is history that, because we got to go riffs. Right. I know, like, you've got criteria in this. I don't know if riffs are one of your criteria. We have to talk about riffs.
that guitar part for American Band is amazing. I love it. I think it sounds awesome or cool and interesting, but it is not. You know what I mean? Like, so what? Without staying on this more, rest in peace to a legend, American Band.
Yeah,
we love you.
We stand a legend.
It hurts. It breaks my heart. I have to start the tournament. It breaks my heart. Why does it? Jesus fucking Christ! Just let me go. Why? What's happening? Dad, boomer songs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting this stupid bracket. Okay, there we go. Fortunate Son. Okay, number 2. This one's a lot easier for me.
Okay.
You might be surprised because I rode for one of these songs pretty hard a few times, right?
Yeah.
We've got Renegade by Styx versus Stranglehold by the Nuge, the Nuge Meister.
Okay, so Renegade by Styx off of their 8th studio album, Pieces of 8, which was released in released March 1979. It's a first person
barely made it.
Yeah, barely made it. It's first person narrative of an outlaw captured for a bounty who recognizes that he's about to get executed for his criminal activity, right? That's taken on Stranglehold by Ted Nugent from his self-titled debut 1975 album. This song, actually, I didn't know this song is sang by Derek St. Holmes. Is a different guy.
That sounds like a Spinal Tap member. So the Nuge doesn't even sing the song?
Apparently he sings the Sometimes You Want to Get Higher verse. But it's mostly this other guy who he's been in bands like.
Yeah, sure. He does a good song.
Good
job singing the song.
Yeah, and he's really good in this song. So Stranglehold's too long. It's too long.
It's too long. I got lost in it. There's just too much going on. The beginning is badass.
Oh, when the drums come in and Stranglehold, it makes me want to, like, if I'm driving, it's up to 100 when those drums come in.
Oh yeah, like, and just the even when he starts singing, and the opening riff and his tone, just amazing. The song is like 8 minutes long. It's
like 8.5 minutes. Yeah, I do like I don't know where they go. It's weird, but after like a long sort of tamper down of the song where it gets like real low, and there's like some guitar work, but there's the bass line, which is also sick, but like. They ramp it back up by doing like that part is sick.
It's dope.
But
it really is.
It takes forever to get to it. And Renegade's just one of my favorite songs. Like
it's one of the greatest songs ever made. The part where he goes to halftime.
Yeah, it's so sick. And I saw Styx live, and they played Renegade, and it was fucking awesome.
Did they play Babe?
I'm sure they did. They played all.
I love you.
They played all the hits. Sailing Away.
Come Sail Away.
Sail Away. Yeah. Well, they didn't play Mr. Roboto, but I guess they don't really. They don't play Mr. Roboto, but I can live without it.
I think they should, just because it's a hey asshole play your big song.
Yeah.
But I can leave Mr. Roboto at home. I need to hear Babe, Renegade, and the other one that you just said that we just talked about.
Come Sail Away.
Come Sail Away.
Yeah.
Lady. If I hear those three.
Lady. From the moment I saw you.
Yeah.
That song, yeah.
I'll take that one. I would take that over Mr. Roboto.
In Renegade, so at the beginning they're doing, it's just the acapella part, right?
Yeah.
The oh mama, that part, and that's pretty sick. But it's my favorite part is when they bring it back. Like
and there's the thunk.
Yeah. Thunk. and you can hear him on the hi-hat, like bringing it back in. Like, dude, it's just such a dad song. Like
it is.
He's on the run from the law. Like,
lawman is coming in from the gallows, and I don't have very long.
I don't have very long. It's got a guitar solo that doesn't really fit. Like after the first verse, it double times the guitar,
and it's got like it goes. with the synthesizer.
Yeah,
like you guys are, for the record, you guys are going to hear us sing a lot of guitar parts tonight, probably.
Yeah, but
you got it.
This one was also What Song Makes Me Want to Drive Really Fast. Renegade makes me want to drive really fast. Because I'm running away. I got to get away.
There's a couple of these songs on here, and you'll once again you might be surprised at the other one that I just don't want to listen to because it's too long.
Yeah,
like I like to begin. I will all the way listen to the first 45 seconds of Stranglehold and have my good time, and then lay there tired in a pit afterwards, but I'm not going to listen to the whole song.
Yeah, it's like Stranglehold is the epitome of like a good walkout song.
Like, oh yeah, it's a good one.
45 seconds of it's tough to top 45 seconds of Stranglehold,
Yeah.
I just 8 minutes of Stranglehold's too much. So
but the beginning of Renegade holds its own against the beginning of Stranglehold, and it's not 8 minutes long. So
yeah, and it has just a bunch like everybody in the 70s is just going crazy. Like there's the arrangement of this song is insane, but it works for this song. And
the lyrics, I mean the vocals are amazing. Like Styx's vocals are always awesome. So the next one, also a tough one for me. We've got Running with the Devil by Van Halen versus Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas.
Yeah. So Running with the Devil, obviously by Van Halen, off of their first album, Van Halen, released in 1970. What is this? 1978.
Okay.
And that is taking on. Sorry, what is it?
Carry On Wayward Son.
Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas off of their album Leftoverture, which I don't love.
God damn it, bro. That's not as bad as the Stevie Wonder songs in the Key of Life, but it's pretty bad. Leftoverture. Dude, they thought they nailed it with that shit.
You should look at the cover of Leftoverture, by the way. Released November 1976. There's only one credited songwriter on Carry On My Wayward Son, which is nuts because this song is insane.
It's crazy.
Like so Running with the Devil, it's like David Lee Roth's vocals are incredible. Like and I'm not super into Van Halen. I'm okay into Van Halen. Like I like Van Halen, but it's like listening to it a lot in preparation for this. I was like, man, David Lee Roth is really giving it like all he's got on this thing.
Yeah, he and this is gonna sound weird, but he's got some Rob Halford in him in the sense that he's got a really long vibrato, or no, maybe like Dio, like maybe a little more Dio. It's like because you hear vibratos that are like when they sing it, and his is like like it's a little bit longer, and he just kills this song. And Eddie's amazing. Like the song is just listening to the first, because a lot of these songs, the first 30 seconds matter like more than anything, right?
Yeah,
and it's like the first 30 seconds of both of these songs, because the Carry On Wayward Son kicks you in the nuts immediately.
Yeah. Well, the thing for Carry On My Wayward Son is it's got like there's like 3 or 4 riffs that could be your favorite riff in this song. Like
it could be, there's 3 or 4 riffs. It could be your favorite riff of all time.
Yeah, it's got like the main like
and it's got that, but it's also got It's like, what's better than that?
Yeah.
On this whole goddamn list, what's better than that?
But like it's the song again is without restraint. Carry On My Wayward Son doesn't have any restraint to it. It's do everything that you can think of to doing it. Like I've seen a live video where the dude is playing guitar. He's playing one of the guitar parts, and then he just jumps on and starts playing the congas while he's with no shirt on.
Why not, dude?
Yeah, and
They're
so
Kansas up in here.
I like the bow 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 bow. Yeah. That's my favorite riff, and that's in the song. But Running with the Devil, it's just like, I don't know. I heard Taylor Hawkins, rest in peace, from Foo Fighters, talking about like songs that are greasy, like the groove is greasy. Running with the Devil is greasy, like it just it grooves so hard,
and it's called Running with the Devil.
Yeah, and it like that's Trans Am, you know, to me. This one's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm going Kansas, and the reason that I'm doing it, and once again, if you go Van Halen, we can talk about it. But the reason that I'm doing it is because we're a little too close to the '80s with Running with the Devil. I think it belongs, and the riff is so tasty. Like it's just. Yeah. But Carry On Wayward Son is like, it is dad rock. It's right in the pocket. It is a weird band. Like we don't know any other Kansas songs, really, do we? Oh wait, Dust in the Wind. Do they sing Dust in the Wind?
They sing.
We know Dust in the Wind. So, but we don't know like a lot of Kansas songs. You know,
there are not a lot of Kansas songs that I'm aware of.
I bet they're badass.
Yeah, like, I bet Left Overture probably hella dope.
Probably bangs. It's probably a great album.
It might be time to put that on the old Spotify. You know?
So I am going Carry On Wayward Son, but it's 55-45 for me.
Yeah, I could see that. I'll go, because if there's a fight, I don't want it to be Carry On I don't want to stick my flag on. You don't
want to die on that hill.
That's not the hill I want to die on. There might be another one.
This one hurts because Running with the Devil is such a good song.
Well, that's the thing, is we're cutting, like, every one of these is one that I like. Like, I made the playlist of just the 16 songs on the tournament bracket. I'm going to listen to this playlist.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Good. It's all for everybody else. We're going to be releasing the playlist with this episode. So,
yeah.
This next one, we've got Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf.
Okay.
Versus More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Okay. So Born to Be Wild was released May 1968. And it's, of course,
our earliest song so far, right?
Earliest one so far. And it's off of the album Steppenwolf, because if your band's named Steppenwolf, you name your album Steppenwolf.
It's a sick name. It was Steppenwolf like a cartoon character?
I think it's
at the time.
No, well, I don't know. I don't want to. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like it's from mythology or something.
It's probably from mythology. Yeah. There's a 1927 autobiographical novel by Hermann Hesse. A spiritual crisis and isolation. I doubt that's why they got their name, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see if I can quickly see why the band is named Steppenwolf. History. Oh, they were called the Sparrows.
It was originally Stepping Wolf.
No, it's
inspired.
The band was
named after the novel.
Yeah.
Der Steppenwolf.
Okay, so that's versus More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Yeah, by Boston.
Obviously, off of the iconic album Boston. 10 out of 10 banger, no notes.
Yeah, can't be beat.
But here's the thing.
Year for More Than a Feeling. We got a year?
Oh yes, sorry. 1976.
Okay.
So More Than a Feeling kind of lulls me into the rocking part by the end, because the verses are a little, they're calmer, but that chorus and that guitar solo fucking hit, right? And by the end of it, I'm like fully in rocking mode, and it feels nostalgic, probably because I can imagine, like, one of the other criteria I had was like, what movie, I mean, a bunch of these have been in movies, but like, what kind of movie do I think this goes in? And it's always that kind of nostalgic, like you're losing your first love, or it's your first crush, and there's like a bittersweet thing to More Than a Feeling.
I can also see it on like a soundtrack movie. You know how like there's certain movies that just have a ton of songs in them,
Yeah.
like Without a Paddle has a crazy good soundtrack.
Yeah, or like
And
I mean, Forrest
Guardians
Gump.
of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Forrest Gump. Yeah.
yeah. So I more than a feeling is great, and the fact that it was written by one guy and played by one guy is insane.
No, there's more people in the band of Boston.
Yeah, but he recorded all the stuff by himself. He
Brad
had to.
Delp?
Yeah, he had to make the band. At least I think so. He had to make the band after he recorded the album.
I don't think that's true because they eventually like kicked him out of the band, I believe.
Let's see.
It could be true.
I'm trying to look at it while we're also talking about it.
Yeah.
But
I'll do some.
Yeah, you do some research. Tom Scholz started writing music while he was attending MIT and wrote Foreplay. He joined a band, I guess. Then they would become members of Boston. Maybe I'm way off, but I thought that he recorded everything himself.
Subsequently worked with Ms. Dia and Delp to produce 6 new demos, including More Than a Feeling. It looks like this was a group effort.
Okay, well, I retract my previous statement.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I have a hard time. It's just maybe one of the greatest vocal performances of all time on this song, you know?
Yeah.
And the Steppenwolf guy is awesome, but he sounds like Otto Mann, you know? It's Otto.
Sure.
From The Simpsons singing in a song, but we're not just rating vocals on this. So it sounds like you're going Born to Be Wild.
Yeah, man, that riff is iconic. And like the thing that hurts Born to Be Wild is that it's become almost like a satire of things, or it's used as a joke or whatever.
Bones the same way.
Yeah, but like when he says I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, like
heavy metal thunder.
That's so fucking sick, man.
Yeah, and going into the like the da 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 part is pretty sick. Listen, I'm leaning More Than a Feeling, but I'm gonna go Born to Be Wild on this one because I don't feel as sure as you do on this one.
Right. Well, and it's like quintessential that this might be the father of dad rock. Born to Be Wild.
It's definitely one of them. Know? Yeah, it's the pioneer. It is birthed from its loins. Oh shoot! I got a text message. I didn't understand what it was, and it hit me. Okay, so the next one, Kashmir.
Okay.
By the Led Zeppelins.
Yep.
Led and the Zeppelins versus School's Out by Alice and the Coopers.
Okay. So Kashmir is, of course, on the sixth studio album of Led Zeppelin called.
Everybody know that.
Yeah, known as Physical Graffiti from 1975, double album, the old Physical Graffiti, and it is taking on School's Out, which is by Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's 5th album, which was released April 1972.
A little earlier than I thought it would have been.
Yeah, so I don't like. For me, there's not a fight here. Like it's Kashmir.
No, it's not.
What? Wow. Okay. No, I'm willing to hear it.
Kashmir's 25 minutes long. It's also one tempo the entire song. I never want to hear this song again, to be honest. I just really my problem with Kashmir is it's not a fun song. Like at all is it a fun song.
Okay. I can hear that.
Like
it does go to the
it does that once. Yeah, it certainly does do that one time.
I suppose I could. This felt like to me the weakest Kashmir did of the songs in the bracket. Even though I love Led Zeppelin, maybe I should have ridden harder for a different Zeppelin song. But I felt like this was like this is a garage ass song because it is 8 minutes long. So it's like you just put it on and you can zone.
Yeah, it's so zony. That's my problem. Is like Kashmir seems like Kashmir was the only song that I was sitting here going like, okay, well, who is this song? Like, this is like almost I need drugs.
Yeah.
Like I need to be almost passed out drunk to be in the zone to be like, okay, I'm gonna sit here for 8 minutes and listen to this song. Like it just because I think we should have done rock and roll or like which one is it Black Dog? Hey mama, say the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whole Lot of Love.
Whole Lot of Love would have been a big one.
Yeah,
would have been a big one.
The Immigrant Song. I feel like Kashmir is like it reminds me of a garage. You know, I don't know if that's or like a particular type of dad that got into drugs in the 70s. Dad is going to listen to Kashmir.
I've heard my dad listen to Kashmir a lot. Okay, I'm not saying that I haven't, but which song of these two makes you want to drive fast?
It is not Kashmir. That's true.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's not the only criteria. I'm not saying that.
No, well, so my criteria was what song makes me want to drive fast? What song makes me want to smoke cigarettes? What song makes me want to drink? And if I were in a bar and which song on the jukebox would I want to hear if I was going to get in a fight?
Imagine playing Kashmir
right
in a jukebox.
I mean, there have been times, but
I'm sure my dad's done it.
But it's definitely not the song I want to hear if I'm about to get into a bar fight. In the same way, I don't know that School's Out meets that part of the criteria either. But I
think it does more.
Yeah, and it does have like the switches from the like no more that part to the School's Out part. So I'm willing to concede. I'm willing to come over to the other side.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry. When I first saw, I first glanced over at the bracket while we were like at the beginning of this because I typed them all out and then we started getting ready and shit.
Yeah.
And I've glanced over and I saw Fortunate Son versus American Band and I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump in front of Traffic if I have to pick between those two songs. Right. And then I saw Kashmir and School's Out and I went, Dusty's gonna push me in front of Traffic when I tell him. Because I was listening to Kashmir and I was like, I was like, I think I'm going to pick any song over this. Wow. On this whole bracket, I think I'm going to pick any song over this. And I got to come to terms with the fact that I don't know how much I love Led Zeppelin. Like, I like some of their songs, like obviously, like Rock and Roll is dope. The songs all the other songs we mentioned today. I mean, Immigrant Song is cool. Stairway's cool, but Stairway's also 3 hours long. So like, I don't know. I don't know how much I care about a Lord of the Rings band, Dusty.
There is a part in the Led Zeppelin documentary that I recently watched where Robert Plant is talking about writing, I think it's Ramble On. And Ramble On is great.
Also a great song.
It has like the bass line in Ramble On is so sick. Yeah. And it has all these harmonics and shit that John Paul Jones is playing, but it's about the Lord of the Rings. And so every time Robert Plant is like, but in the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair, like, God damn it, dude, you're supposed to be the coolest dude on earth. You're in Led Zeppelin, you're Robert Plant, but you're just a big nerd. And you just, you love the Lord of the Rings.
I just thought of one more disqualifier in this.
Yeah.
They're British.
They are British. That is true.
What are we doing? Like, well, I think Steppenwolf, Steppenwolf's American. That sounds American as hell.
Yeah, I think they're an American band. Not like Grand Funk.
Band.
Not like Grand Funk.
They're from LA. So, is there a non-American band left? Listen, I understand there's a lot of anti-American sentiment going on out there, but Boomer Rock is the American spirit. You know, the good stuff about what's going on here.
Sure, they're. But all right, what do we got? What do we got next?
We got Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band.
Okay.
Versus Godzilla
by Blue Oyster Cult.
By Blue Oyster Cult.
All right.
It's the second time I've struggled to say the name Blue Oyster Cult. I said Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult. So Jet Airliner is from the album Book of Dreams from released April 1977. And it was composed by a guy named Paul Pena and popularized by Steve Miller. So I don't think this is Steve Miller heard the unreleased album by Pena and then took Jet Airliner.
I want to hear somebody else's version of Jet Airliner. That's interesting.
Yeah. But that is taking on Godzilla, of course, by Blue Oyster Cult. From their, what is this? 5th studio album called Spectres. And the B-side for Godzilla is called Nosferatu.
Hell yeah, dude! Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
That's
what year are we talking with?
It recorded 77, released on the album 77 as a single in 78. My wife and I have been doing a joke where we sing the song Desperado, but change the word to Nosferatu. So Nosferatu. Yeah, why don't you come to your senses,
dude? Desperado, what a banger!
Yeah,
the Desperado's freaking good, man.
He's been out riding fences. You know,
that was one of my dad's only. I sat with my dad and I read the whole list to him, and one of the only notes that he had was there's no Eagles on here.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, Dusty and I both noticed that too. Like,
and we kind of ran out of time as we are apt to do. But
we got 16. We got 16 songs.
Have you ever seen the Seinfeld where Elaine is dating a guy who loves the song Desperado, and like if it comes on, he like starts to gaze, like. Like into
and of course
the
it just comes on all the time.
Yeah, like if it's on the radio, he'll just stare longingly out the window, and she's trying to find a song for her that she can use, and they suggest that "Witchy Woman," and it doesn't work out. Do you know "Witchy Woman" by the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Witchy Woman. That's a great song.
That's also a good song.
That's a really good song.
I just want to very quickly. I know we're trying to move fast.
That's fine. Yeah.
Today it struck me part of the lyrics of Godzilla, which are hilarious. Like the chorus is, "Oh no, they say he's got to go. Go Godzilla."
Oh no! He's taking Tokyo.
There goes Tokyo.
There goes Tokyo.
Go Godzilla.
Go Godzilla.
But it just made me think how funny the idea is that they're like, we passed Resolution 32. He's got to go. Godzilla.
We've got Godzilla in court, like our
but the ballot measure to shoo out Godzilla has passed 100.
It's called Go Godzilla.
Yeah, because they say he's got to go. Godzilla is very funny to me. Like a bunch of people got together and they're like, you know what we need? Less Godzilla is what we need.
This is so 1970s. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla.
That's how it ends too, is they just yell Godzilla at the end of the song. Nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla.
You got it. Listen, I got to be honest, man. For me, it's Godzilla. Jet Airliner is a good song. It's Godzilla for me.
Yeah, Jet Airliner is a good song, but it doesn't. Like the guitar riff in Jet Airliner is pretty good. Yeah, but
with Godzilla, you've got the. But also, like as the song goes on, if you really listen to it, I talked about this last week. If you really listen to it, as the song goes on, you start to realize that the last 75% of this song, there's just a guitar solo. In the whole rest of the song is a guitar solo.
It's just guitar, yeah.
I say solo, like he's playing a solo style while they sing over it, but you know what
I mean. And like history shows this again and again, how nature points out the folly of man. That's the log line for like every movie about something like this. Godzilla, Jurassic Park. Though it says
2012.
Yeah, it says 2025. It says it says topical today as ever. You know? Yeah.
I listen. I ride hard for Godzilla. I really do.
You do.
Like,
that's
I recently heard it. I don't know. We have it in the group chat with the Refund Theater guys, because that's where I reached out to you guys and I was like, have you guys like listened to Godzilla by the Blue Oyster Cult lately? Because that song is like otherworldly.
Yeah.
It's transcendent. It's bigger than some of its parts. So the next one, we've got a classic American matchup. We've got ZZ Top's LaGrange versus Slow Ride by goddamn Foghat.
Yeah, LaGrange, released in 1973 from their album Trace Hombres.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
that gives it some more points.
Dude, look,
when did you say 1970 what?
1973.
1973. I'm writing them all down.
So, well, I guess we'll have more time to talk about it in a second. But Slow Ride is by Foghat from their 5th studio album, Goddamn Fool for the City. From also
what's the year? Sorry,
1975.
75.
So, like, I want to resist the charm so badly of ZZ Top, and yet I cannot. Like, I like all the ZZ Top songs I know. Sharp Dressed Man, fucking Legs, Tush, Just Got Paid, Cheap Sunglasses, all of them rule.
Oh, Cheap Sunglasses is a good one.
Yeah, like, and LaGrange, again, it's all killer, no filler. It's like 2.5 minutes long, and it's just a guitar solo. Like, how that thing. But
it's not even a solo. It's a the whole song. But dude, Slow Ride.
Look, slow. Well, here's the thing: Slow Ride, little bit long for me.
How long is Slow Ride? I don't even know if I listened to Slow Ride for this, because I've heard Slow Ride so many times recently.
The single is 4 minutes long, and the uncut version's like 8 minutes.
Okay, that's too long. We're not talking the uncut version here. Okay,
right? Where I feel like Slow Ride had all the things that it needed to say. You know, pretty well said.
All it needs is that hook. Slow Ride.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, bro. The hook is the decider for me. I got Slow Ride over LaGrange, based on just that take it easy, that part.
Yeah, and cowbell, heavy cowbell usage in the Slow Ride.
Foghat.
Yeah, it was also in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. That
was huge.
Yeah, first time I heard it. That and the cover of Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Dude, it is 8 minutes and 15 seconds long.
Too long.
That's way too long.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
That
sucks. There is an edit. The edit is 3 minutes and 53 seconds, like you said. But the normal album, the Slow Ride. What these guys, just the drugs, man.
Yeah, and they were just doing it. Like, I was gonna say, the end of Stranglehold, like the end of More Than a Feeling fades out, you know, and like most songs sort of fade out. The end of Stranglehold is what we call live a trash can ending. It's all the instruments doing the big finale where the drums are going off. Yeah, and the guitars are doing everything. It's like they didn't know how to end Stranglehold. So they were just like, everybody do something. And that's...
It's like a Saturday night, an SNL sketch. They don't know how to end it, so they just make it weird.
Yeah, you just close it out. So I guess it's Slow Ride. I'm like, I don't know, man. LaGrange is a top level song for me.
The fact that I don't like the talkiness on LaGrange. It's kind of like spill the wine for me.
Sure.
Spill the wine, not a bad song. I'm not really shitting on it. I'm just saying. But since Slow Ride is 8 minutes and 15 seconds long, If you want to put LaGrange to the next round, like if you vote LaGrange, I will not fight you on that. But I do think that Slow Ride is like pretty iconic. So it's this. I'm putting this one in your hands, Dusty.
Yeah, I hate to do it. I think I'm gonna go with LaGrange. There are drum the drum fills in LaGrange are sick. The triplet drum fills by old Frank Beard are pretty great. Also, this song's about a brothel in LaGrange, Texas. That is the inspiration for the movie The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. So, it's got that going for it too.
I'm into that. Yeah. I'm totally into that. I like whorehouses. So number 15. I mean, the last first round matchup.
All right.
Is we've got Funk Number 49 by James Gang versus What's Your Name by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Funk 49 recorded 1969, released 1970 from the second studio album by the James Gang called James Gang Rides Again, which is sick. Yeah. Also featuring Joe Walsh. So we did kind of get an Eagle into the bracket.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. This is Joe Walsh. So and that's taken on What's Your Name by Lynyrd Skynyrd from the album Street Survivors. Which was released 1977. I feel like, unfortunately, this is the album where it was released after the members died. So,
dude, what was the date, the year?
1977.
My dad graduated from high school in 77, so he graduated the year Jet Airliner came out, Godzilla, and What's Your Name by Skynyrd.
Yeah. That's dope.
I graduated like Smack That by Akon came out when I graduated.
Yeah, this album was released, the last LP recorded by original members Ronnie Van Zant and Alan Collins. The Soul Skynyrd studio album by guitarist Steve Gaines. 3 days after the album's release, the band chartered airplane crashed. 3 days after. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, man.
And I personally feel like, and this is probably more on me than you, because I know you like Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I think I like them more than you like them, probably.
Yeah.
We should have put Simple Man on here. I think Simple Man.
Yeah, but I think I agree with you in terms of like iconicness, iconic nature. But it would be the slowest song on here. I think it would be I would put it over Kashmir.
Sure.
And I would put it over a lot of these songs in terms of like what's the better song.
Sure.
But I don't know. Does it in a boomer rock? Does it like? Do we do that? Because you almost go Sweet Home Alabama at that point.
Right. Yeah, I know. But okay, so Funk 49 or Greasy Footloose, as I like to call it, because they ripped off the melody for this song for Footloose.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Loose, flute loose.
Yeah.
Kick off. That's crazy.
That down, down. That
is interesting.
That's Footloose.
That's probably parallel thinking.
Yeah.
Which one came out first?
Oh, it's James Gang by a mile. Footloose.
So Footloose ripped off James Gang.
Yeah, it's from the 80s.
I thought you said that. I thought you said that James Gang ripped off Footloose. But ripped off James Gang
for sure. That's
but
it's probably parallel thinking because the tempo's faster. It's not the same, but it's like when I hear Funk 49, I immediately assume somebody's going to be singing Footloose.
I'll never hear it the same again. You just ruined Funk 49 for me for the rest of my life.
So sorry.
Footloose is a good song too, though.
Yeah,
I like that song. Kai probably hates it because it's from the 80s.
Both of these songs I want on in a bar if there's a fight.
Yeah,
they're both good. Like, oh no, something crazy's happening songs. I like the storytelling in What's Your Name. There's like I don't know. Ronnie Van Zant just had like a charisma about him, man. The way that he delivers the lines in this song, similar to Give Me 3 Steps, where it's like, I think I like this guy.
Yeah.
When he's telling his stories of, the kind of stuff he gets up into. And it's got a good like the key the piano part. I'm a sucker for that like boogie woogie fucking like piano stuff that's in a lot of these Skynyrd songs. I like that.
You have to go surprisingly far down to get to What's Your Name on the Lynyrd Skynyrd on Tidal.
Yeah.
It's like at least it's like 20 songs down or more.
Yeah,
that's really surprising to me.
I think that's what we had talked about, but all my favorite songs are like maybe like Working for MCA is a song that I love that I don't think gets enough credit or
MCA from the Beastie Boys.
yeah. They signed with Skynyrd signed with them later. Or like Give Me Back My Bullets is the song that I love, mm-hmm. But the like so I don't really know where to go here. I think I have more fun listening to What's Your Name, but Funk 49 has that like a riff for all riffs.
Yeah, and it's got that like that old 70s vocal style, but What's Your Name is like ingrained into all of our brains. Like we just know that song.
Yeah,
that's one of those songs. Like there's a few songs on this that are just like they're carved in the back of every American boy's hand.
Yeah.
This is a tough one for me. It's a real. This was one of my harder ones. Like American Band versus Fortunate Son is probably my hardest still, just because those are two of my like favorite songs ever, basically. Yeah. What's Your Name versus Funk 49? I enjoy both these songs. I'm never gonna be like, you know what I want to listen to right now? Funk number 49.
Yeah.
But the I know where you're going is like,
yeah. Well, and the
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, okay. I'll go Funk 49. I think it's got that riff, man, and it's like Joe Walsh is incredible. Like
the funny thing is, hey, don't call your song Funk number 49. They probably didn't intend on it getting huge. Nobody knows that song, what that song is called. Like my dad, I was like, hey, we put Funk number 49 by the James Gang on this. He's like, I don't know that song. And my dad got offended anytime he didn't know a song that we put on here. And then I was like, no. Like this same thing happened to me, and I played it. And he's like, oh yeah, I know that song. It's a great song.
Yeah, it needed a better name, but
it did need a better name for sure.
Joe Walsh, given the picture here from the single for Funk number 49, looks like he was doing a lot of drugs. So
not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first round is done. Shout out to American Band, Strangle. I'm not going to name all the ones that we eliminated. Shout out to the ones we eliminated. We've got for the second round, Fortunate Son versus Renegade, Carry On Wayward Son versus Born to Be Wild, Schools Out versus Godzilla and ZZ Top. I gotta stop calling that ZZ Top. LaGrange versus Funk number 49. I'm gonna change that really quick.
That's
yeah. Okay. So leading us off, we've got a tough one.
Yeah.
Fortunate Son versus Renegade.
And my love for CCR and my contention that of classic rock bands like this, that CCR might be the greatest classic American classic rock band, makes this one tough. Yeah, I still think it's Fortunate Son. I love Renegade.
Yeah,
but
just that upper part of the bracket is really tough. How the pulls happen, because I feel like American Band would have made it at least one more round after this.
Right.
Renegade, same thing. But I feel like this is how I'm doing it. Actually, no. Because I was going to say, I think American Band beats Renegade and Fortunate Son beat American Band. But that's a really close one, Renegade and American Band. I got to really think about that. I think it might be Renegade for me. But I think we got to go Fortunate Son. I think Fortunate Son's got to go next on this one.
What I thought about for this one was, in the wild, if I were walking around and which one of these came on, which one I would be more psyched about. And it's slightly Fortunate Son. because
I was gonna say that would be so close for me because both of these, when I hear them in public, I'm like, oh shit, somebody's playing Renegade, and then I go find the guy, and we're friends, and we're singing it together.
It's razor thin, but that intro, like we've talked about for Fortunate Son, where the drums just come in, like it, I don't know that it gets much better than that. So
yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to beat in this. So next off, we've got Carry On Wayward Son versus Born to Be Wild. Two completely different songs, but two songs that are just ingrained into the culture. I think I'm going Kansas.
I think Kansas is also what I was thinking.
Okay.
It's just got so much crazy stuff in it. that's fun and exciting to listen to every time I listen to it. I'm like, oh shit, this part, that part's coming up right now.
It's just hard to beat the varying nature of this. I mean, everybody loves this song.
Yeah.
Like and that's not the criteria here. This is the Boomer Dads, and the Boomer Dads love Born to Be Wild. But I can tell you, my dad would 100% turn on Carry On Wayward Son before he would turn on Born to Be Wild. And I'm sure he likes Born to Be Wild,
Yeah.
Plus it's like 60s versus 70s, where we're kind of, we're not surprised by this, but we are finding out that this is basically a 70s rock bracket.
Yeah, it's turned into that pretty easily.
The next installment is going to break Lil Andrew's heart, no matter who wins.
Yeah.
School's Out versus Godzilla. And listen, the reason that I ride for Alice Cooper super hard on these is because if you talk to these men that we're talking about,
right,
they love Alice Cooper. Like the guys and it's the weirdest thing because if you're a man and you put makeup on to my dad, it's a big problem. You know, it's not that big of a problem, but you know what I mean? He's like, man, that guy's kind of a weirdo, huh?
Yeah.
But he loves Alice Cooper.
Yeah. And it's just, I bet this song hit while they were in high school or just out of high school. Like,
well, listen, remember this song's a little bit earlier than what we got, a lot of these songs. Cause I think this song was like 72. So my dad was in 7th grade.
But so then all through high school, him and his friends get to sing School's Out, and it's like,
yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, in School's Out, he was in school,
right?
I remember when I was in 7th and 8th grade, they would play this over the intercom when the final bell hit.
Yeah, this is like the movie where there's a summer adventure, like a Dazed and Confused or something. I mean, this song might actually be on the Dazed and Confused soundtrack, but like this is,
I think it is, yeah.
This is the like, oh, I'm free and I can get up to anything.
I think they literally play it when school ends on Dazed and Confused too.
I remember singing this song riding my bike with my friend over like when the last day of school happened. We were singing it riding our bike home. We were so happy school was out.
Dude, and the line, the delivery of the line, we can't salute you, can't find a flag. If that don't suit you, that's a drag. He just nails it.
Yeah.
But Godzilla has a football in the groin, Dusty. Like,
Tokyo's got to go on Godzilla,
There goes Tokyo, bro. Like,
yeah.
I really don't know who wins this one. What are you thinking in terms of... Hi, guys. You might notice that we are wearing different clothing at this part of the segment. Dusty's computer grew legs and ran out the door.
Record scratch, pause, freeze frame. You might wonder how we got here.
Yeah.
If this were a not very well written movie.
You might remember us from the first half of this podcast.
Yeah, man versus nature, the final showdown. My internet really just didn't want to finish this bracket. It didn't like where it was going, so we had to shut it down.
No, it was a big Born to Be Wild guy.
Yeah. Well, it's Born to Be Wired. Hello.
Well, see you next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Don't forget to tip out. The
last thing that was said, we were on School's Out versus Godzilla, and I was like, where are you at with this one? This was tough. This was really hard for me.
I'm trying. I think it's Godzilla for me.
I think Godzilla's just such a good song.
Yeah, they say that. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's so cool when they're like, "Oh no." They say he's got to go. Go, go, Godzilla. Right? The second best song about Godzilla, if you're a fan of this podcast. The first, of course, being Godzilla
Brain Stew?
Yeah. Undefeated. So I put Godzilla through. What are you feeling?
I'm okay with that. Another Blue Oyster Cult song started playing when I was driving. They just made like a bunch of mythical songs.
Oh yeah, they got hits for days, dude.
No, well, I'm talking about like they made like there was Godzilla, and then there was another one that was like about dungeons and stuff. Like they just made like they were the American Lord of the Rings band.
Right.
But I'm okay with that. I think School's Out. I love School's Out. I think Alice Cooper's the shit. But the amount that I've fallen in love with, I picked the wrong one. The amount that I've fallen in love with Godzilla over the last couple weeks is palpable.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now we've got LaGrange and Funk Number 49. In this one, I've got Funk Number 49.
Yeah, this is kind of a battle between two very similar songs,
and two songs that people don't recognize by the name.
Yeah, like I feel like ZZ Top could have written Funk 49 and the James Gang could have written LaGrange in like an alternate universe. But I really, even just that opening of the riff for Funk Number 49, where he's a bam 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 barrel yeah, like before he gets into Sleazy Footloose is just so good. And it's got like weird a lot of these old songs, there was like a weird break in the middle where they were like, you know what, let's let the drummer do some stuff for a second. Which is
we're gonna go do some whippets.
Yeah, somebody said they got the last whippet and we're gonna go take it together. So it's Funk 49 for me too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, LaGrange is good. I love it. I feel like we're getting down to the top 4.
Right.
So like
this is all top schools in their conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2 Sun songs, dog.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a dad rock.
I was gonna say a Son of the Sun. Yeah.
Fortunate Son versus Carry On Wayward Son. They're different songs.
Yeah.
They're very different songs. They both are pretty much as famous as one another, I'd say.
Yeah, the legacy of the bands is clearly much different because, like we talked about in the previous iteration, Kansas doesn't have stacks of hits.
No, there's 2 Kansas songs.
Yeah, the way right, both really good. The way CCR just is stacking those hits.
Yeah,
but I might be breaking from tradition. I might be shocking some people. I think it's Carry On.
That's crazy. I thought you were gonna ride hard for Fortunate Son on this one.
I do, but I just think, man, it's like they're tied in all of these ways. Because I could see this song in a Vietnam movie. I could see a dad telling his son. I mean, I don't have personal experience of this, obviously, but I could imagine a dad
involved.
Yeah. Talking to his son when this song comes on in the garage. Oh shit, you got to hear this one.
Which one? Carry On Wayward Son?
Both of them. Like they're tied in so many ways.
Yeah, and Fortunate Son. I think Fortunate Son historically in this bracket has benefited from being 2.5 minutes long. But I think at this point, Carry On Wayward Son has so many different things going on.
Yeah.
It's got you got the down and you got the
right.
And you got the And
and don't forget about the yeah,
the double good. Oh man, see, it's just there's so many cool guitar parts in "Carry On Wayward Son." The lyrics are, I mean, the vocals are awesome.
Yeah,
Fortunate Son in the rafters.
Oh yeah, we stand a legend. Retire the jersey. I just think, well, and also like a particular type of dad. You know, carry on like I'm thinking like, hey, listen to this. This is bitching, and the Fortunate Son is bitching in a different way, but not in like check out this guitar riff kind of way.
Yeah,
the same way that Carry On My Wayward Son is.
It's also like it in the same way as like Renegade. It's kind of like the gayest song that our dads would like, you know. And I say that as a term in like not a mean thing, you know, like it's got harmonies, it's got high pitched voices, but it's also got a badass guitar solo, like a bunch of them that you just can't deny.
I told you there's a shirtless dude playing bongos on the video I saw where he's like, he does all his shredding and then he runs over to a part of the stage where he's got bongos set up and then he just starts wailing on those bongos for a minute.
Oh man, and do you want to guess if he has a beard and long hair?
It really, seeing that video made me go, oh shit, this is like this song's for all times.
I gotta find out what this song is about. Once I rose above the noise and confusion just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion, I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Maybe it's about a bad trip.
I think Kevin, who's the guy who's Kevin Randolph, is wrong. I think this song's about the prodigal son.
And they actually did it right.
Yeah. Think about it. His Don't You Cry No More.
Masquerading as a man with a reason. My charade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, well, it surely means that I don't know.
It surely means that I don't know. Yeah, dude, it rules. It just rules so hard.
Like on a stormy sea of moving emotion, tossed about, I'm like a ship on the ocean. Oh man,
the lyrics to the song are legitimately good. And
really written well.
During that part, the little guitar thing while he's doing the if I claim, you know, once I rose above the noise and confusion, all of it is awesome.
This song is often seen as a reference to the prodigal son parable in the New Testament of the Bible, but the song's writer, Kerry Livgren, denies it has any specific religious foundation, instead being about a general feeling of spiritual alienation.
What does Kerry Livgren know? He doesn't know.
He converted to Christianity 2 years after the song was published. So,
there he is.
I think he converted himself. I think he accidentally wrote.
He played the Uno reverse card on himself.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I'm putting him. I agree with you. We love you, Fortunate Son.
Yeah, it was.
If
just
only you were a senator's son, you might have made it to the end. So we got Godzilla versus Funk 49. This is Godzilla for me, like running away. Like,
I mean, I have
Godzilla by a whole tail.
By a whole Godzilla. I mean, I feel like Funk 49 might be the Cinderella story of this bracket.
Yeah, it's like St. Joseph's.
Like you said, nobody knows what this song is called. I didn't even know for years that this song was by the James Gang. I just knew that I had heard that riff, and then I would trick myself into being like, am I just thinking of Footloose?
Yeah.
And I saw them play it. I saw them get back together and play it at the Taylor Hawkins Memorial because he loved the James Gang, you know, apparently. And so when I heard him when I heard him play it, I was like, oh fuck, it's this song. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, when you said Funk 49 when we were building this bracket, I was like, there's no way this song that I've never heard of that's called Funk 49 is going to be on this bracket. And then I heard the first 15 seconds and I went, this song is going, it's in the final 16.
Yeah. We had to have Joe Walsh representation. I would have also ridden for Rocky Mountain High. I love that song.
The Rocky Mountain Way?
Rocky Mountain Way. I love Rocky
yeah.
Mountain High also, but Rocky Mountain Way is the Joe Walsh song. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a dope song. And the Funk 49, I've heard my dad listen to it a million times.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he also played the guitar solo on Hotel California, one of the all-timers, but it is Godzilla. It just
there goes Tokyo, you know?
Yeah. Now, this might be a split. I don't know.
We have arrived.
Yeah.
This is Carry On Wayward Son versus Godzilla. We've
got Duke versus UNC right here.
We got the 12 seed Carry On Wayward Son versus the 6 seed Godzilla. And Dusty, I believe I'm calling an upset. I believe it's Carry On Wayward Son.
The most dad rock song.
Yeah. I think it's got to be Carry On
Wayward Son. Carry On My Wayward Son.
Godzilla is good enough of a song to make it to the final 2. It's not famous enough to win the bracket.
Well, and it's just Carry On My Wayward Son is for everything. Like you're in the car with your dad. Your dad's going to get smokes. Your dad's drinking beers with his buddies in the parking lot. Your dad's teaching you how to change the oil in the car. Whatever dad thing is happening, your dad's bowling. I know your dad used to bowl, right? And he would like commandeer the jukebox.
My dad would literally walk in to the bowling alley. Me and my dad. We take this place over. I'd walk straight to the bar. Well, I'd get my shoes on. I'd walk straight to the bar. I'd order us a couple whiskeys, right?
Yeah.
People would just start walking up to him and giving him money to put into the jukebox so he could be the jukebox hero.
He's a legend.
My God. Peter Frampton every day. Stairway to Heaven, he figured out, and this pissed everybody off, he accidentally played the entire Stairway to Heaven one time because the jukebox, they know the industry. So the jukebox has the short version of Stairway on the jukebox.
They got the AM version.
Yeah, it's like, I can't remember how long it is. It's a lot shorter. And then, but my dad got it to play the whole Stairway one time, and there were a lot of people being like, next song! My dad just got a smile on his face, and he was mad. But he was worried that it was gonna like ruin his reputation as the jukebox guy.
Right.
But he was fine. So this is when did it come out?
I think this is what, 74, maybe a little later.
76. 1976 is Carry On Wayward Son beat 1977's Godzilla. Man, my dad got Godzilla his senior year of high school.
There goes Tokyo, dude.
My dad got What's Your Name by Skynyrd, Godzilla, Jet Airliner in his senior year of high school. I think I mentioned that the first time we recorded this podcast. Let me look at the top 10 songs of 2008. Let's see what dredge I was dealing with. Let's see. Number 1 was Low with Flo Rida featuring T-Pain. Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. No One by Alicia Keys. Lollipop by Lil Wayne. Apologize by Timbaland. No Air by Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown. Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. Love in This Club by Usher. And With You and Forever by Chris Brown. My dad got Godzilla, What's Your Name, and freaking Jet Airliner. And he also got Stranglehold his sophomore year.
Yeah.
And that Boston album came out.
And Carry On Wayward Son.
And Carry On Wayward Son was his junior year.
Yeah.
And that Boston album was his junior year. Kashmir, Led Zeppelin, that album was 1975, my dad's sophomore year, which is also Slow Ride by Foghat. God damn it.
Goddamn Foghat.
Goddamn Foghat. Yeah, I'm looking for these songs aren't like, some of these songs are fine. Like Viva La Vida by Coldplay is a solid 7.5, you know? It's not Godzilla.
No. Viva La Vida. I don't really care for Coldplay.
I like Coldplay.
Which is fine, you know.
Yeah.
Different. But they're not really my jam, you know.
Dude, their live shows are sick though.
We got The Dark Knight. 2008's when The Dark Knight came out, dude.
Listen, I got Crank That Soulja Boy, and I'm not joking. Unironically, might be the best song of the year. It's Not My Time by Three Doors Down came out that year.
Mm-hmm.
Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph, bro.
Look at that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Cyclone by Baby Bash. All right. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks ass, Dusty.
So someday, 2002.
2002.
Yeah.
Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles of 2002. You're gonna get like All-Star. No, that was like 97 or something. How You Remind Me by Nickelback, bro. Already better than any of the songs that were on my list. Foolish by Ashanti. Hot in Here by Nelly. Have you heard it? I ever heard it? Dilemma, Nelly featuring Kelly Rowland. Also,
where she tries to text him an Excel sheet.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
video, yeah.
Wherever You Will Go by The Calling. 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. That's your 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. I Got Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. Same song.
Yeah.
In the End by Linkin Park. Banger. What's Love by Fat Joe featuring Ashanti. You Got It Bad by Usher. You even got the better Usher song. Blurry by Puddle of Mud. Complicated by Avril Lavigne. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World at 14. That's pretty good. I should have this on the screen. I don't know. I'm just dictating this shit to you. I'm a professional broadcaster.
What do I do this? Do this for a living?
There we go. Winder. Oh, I clicked cancel.
There he is. Professional broadcaster.
Yep. There we go. So you got The Middle. You got Family Affair by Mary J. Blige.
Ooh, okay.
Gangsta Lovin' by Eve. My Sacrifice by Creed, dog. And Without Me by Eminem.
Nice. Well, that also means I've got One Last Breath, because that's on the same album, I think.
And how is Lose Yourself is the longest running #1 song of 2002? So how is it not up there? What are we doing? What's happening here?
I believe it came out at the end of 2002. And so it had the
9
most
songs that topped the Hot 100, the second lowest number in Billboard history. Eminem's "Lose Yourself" by the longest number one of the year, spending 12 weeks at #1 with 8 weeks of it in 2002 and another 4 in 2003. So it might be on the 2003 list or something.
Yeah, because 8 Mile came out at the end of 2002.
That's crazy. So Eminem Show and 8 Mile.
Not a bad time.
Hero by Enrique, dog.
Oh yeah, because we got the OG Spider-Man in 2002.
Yeah. Get the
yeah.
Party Started by Pink. There is One Last Breath. We found it. 27. Whenever, Wherever by Shakira.
#1 in our hearts, though, is One Last
Breath. Yeah, #1 Last Breath in our hearts. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's you've got me beat by a country mile, but you do not beat 1977. I can tell you that.
No, that's we're all time.
Move Bitch by Luda.
Can you imagine somebody now? So if you were born in 2002, you're what, 23?
23.
Something like
turning
that.
23 this year. Yes.
Yeah. There are people doing podcasts, I bet, who are like, Dad Rock, Lose Yourself by Eminem.
I know.
That's a bracket. That's a bracket that we should do. Is what is the modern day dad rock songs of all time, and start it. Anything released after what, 1991.
They don't even make music for dads anymore.
No, it's all the alternative rock station that we both have available to us is called New Rock, right?
But all it plays is Pearl Jam.
Right, but it's equally whatever the new, I don't even know a new rock band. The newest rock band that I could think of is still old. Because I'm like, they play like the Arctic Monkeys, right? But Arctic Monkeys are also old. So
yeah, the Foo Fighters are basically the newest band.
Right.
Like in terms of like the relevant, actually culturally relevant, because Greta Van Fleet.
Oh yeah.
Had some stuff, and then Turnstile. People are digging on Turnstile, but Turnstile's not this big. She's not Sarah Bareilles or Vanessa Carlton big,
Right. They don't get played on New Rock. you know. It's all so bifurcated now and segmented, and then it's like, I don't even know a new band that's like a band that I could even name.
That's what I'm saying. Is Turnstile new? I don't know how new they are.
Or Knuckle Puck. That's a band, right?
I don't know, dude. Who cares? Yeah, Turnstile formed in 2010. They're fucking literally 15 years old.
Yeah. They're like, look up on Billboard, what's the rock chart right now?
Okay.
If you're on it. I just want to know if I know the names of any of these bands.
Top rock songs, alternative rock music. Oh, yeah, you'll know this really famous rock and roll band at number 1.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a rock and roll band called Billie Eilish?
Oh yeah, like Alice Cooper. It's the name of the band and the person, right?
Yeah, Billie Eilish is at number 1 with Birds of a Feather. Has been at number 1 for 30 weeks on the hot rock and alternative list.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I like Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah,
don't get it confused.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got a new list. I think they're fucking with me. God damn it! You have to subscribe because the hot rock is Hozier.
Oh,
Hozier.
That guy's back.
He came back from church. 48 weeks at number 1, by the way.
Dude.
A song that I haven't heard has been number 1 on the hot rock list for nigh a year, a month short of a year.
Yeah, it's things are bleak out there for your rock music.
It's really dumb that you have to be a Rolling Stone. I mean, a Billboard subscriber to see the chart.
And you're not a subscriber. You're not going to give up.
No.
But
no, I'm not.
Okay, I got the iHeartRadio Rock Top 40 hits this week.
Okay.
Is this for real? I guess. Or is this just any... No, I don't know. Whatever. Number 1 is a band called Shined. And the song's called Dance, Kid, Dance.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Falling in Reverse.
We're so old.
Falling in Reverse, I have heard of. I've heard of Falling in Reverse. Don't listen to them, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, I was fighting a sneeze.
No, you're good.
Oh, I really wanted that one, but I didn't get it.
Even If It Kills Me by Papa Roach.
Hell yeah, dude.
Is that a new song?
Jacoby's back, bro.
Jacoby's back in business. January 2025. Even If It Kills Me. Okay.
Listen, well, I'm gonna make an admission.
Yeah.
If we were gonna do if we did a guilty pleasures list, I'm not saying that Scars is definitely on it.
Sure.
I am saying that I don't get sad when Scars comes on.
Dude, Hinder's back. Lips of an Angel. That's it. It sounds so sweet.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Makes me believe.
There's a band called The Funeral Portrait. Sounds cool. Don't know who that is. Hardy, I only know because he did a WWE thing, and his concert was terrible at WWE.
Jacoby Shaddix is only 48 years old.
That's wild.
And he's from Mariposa,
California?
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah, Jacoby Shaddix. They've been a band for 32 years. Are you about to say Disturbed?
Disturbed's got a new song, dude. No, I don't want to listen to the new Disturbed song. Get out of here.
Boy, do I hate Disturbed.
I think I heard them today doing a cover of Zombie by the Cranberries. There's a dude
Is everybody
version.
also going to pretend that it's the greatest thing that's ever been made?
Uh-huh.
I heard
I'm
somebody
sure.
recently literally say that their favorite song is the Disturbed version of Sound of Silence.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's this band called Bad Wolves. It was good. It sounded good. So if it's not Disturbed, that's good news for you.
It sounded good? Not Disturbed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Sound of Silence, like, if you make it a metal song, it defeats the purpose. Or if like you do the vocal styling in the way that he's doing it, it defeats the meaning of the song to me, at the very least.
Yeah, plus it's Dave Draymond singing it. You know what I mean? I don't need that. You know who sang it before? I don't know if you know this. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel sang
the beautiful Art Garfunkel. No, yeah, I was gonna say that man's harmonies. Don't get it twisted.
You don't replace Paul and Art with David Draymond, okay?
Yeah. David Draymond does sound like he could be a pro wrestler. That's a pro wrestler name.
It is a pro wrestler name. Yeah. I mean, he's and I say this with all due respect, he's white trash.
Yeah, he's on his.
He's the singer for Disturbed.
Yeah, he's got this piercing. This guy.
Dude, that piercing drives me nuts. He's like a dumb pharaoh. Look
That's
at him,
yeah.
Dude. Look at this thing.
He really looks like a magician, actually. That's like
he looks like a bad magician.
Yeah,
he's definitely in a shitty karate outfit, and he definitely has a car seat belt as a belt going on right there.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if he's hooked up to the Disturbed emblem right there, and it's lowering him down. So he's got the seat belt as his safety.
I really wish he didn't have safety. Okay.
Right. It does look like he didn't get fully mind freaked. You know, like if you went to his show, you'd be partially mind freaked for sure, but not fully mind freaked.
You want the real stuff? Go down the street, bro. You paid $40 for this.
Right. That's. But all of that is to overshadow Carry On Wayward Son. We
kind of blasted by that, didn't we?
The definitive dad rock song.
The ultimate dad rock song. I think I lost the bracket. I'm sick. But yeah, I think that's cool. I was worried. Oh, I found the bracket. I love Fortunate Son.
Yeah.
I was worried it was going to run the table.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to have any foes. But Fortunate Son only made it to the final four of this one.
You know what? In the intervening time since the first podcast of this one, I've listened to We're an American Band a lot. We might have fucked up, dude.
So that's hold on. What did We're an American Band beat? Because
no, it got beat by Fortunate Son in the first round.
That's the thing, man. I got to go back and listen. Everybody's listening to this. I think you might have fucked up, to be honest.
It's possible that I fucked it up, yeah.
Because I've listened to an American Band a lot since the last time. American Band and Godzilla are the two songs that I've listened to a bunch since your internet crapped out and I went to Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with Carry On. I'm totally 100% content with the winner.
Yeah, yeah. Winner. My favorite part of We're an American Band is when he goes, hanging out with Freddie Kang. Dude.
He's got such an old man voice. If you listen to any other Grand Funk Railroad, he's just an old man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's great. We have the playlist that we'll put up with this of the bracket songs.
I'll post it to our stories, but the stories only last for 24 hours, so I'm going to put it in the links in our bio. So click the link in our bio and you'll find it.
Yeah, just go have yourself a good listen to the to the bracket. You know, it's a good time. No matter who you think should have won, all these songs are worthy.
The We're an American Band lyrics look hilarious. Here, I'm gonna put them up real quick, and we'll get out of here. I can't remember what's our next bracket.
It's either the best kids movie, or I think we were going to do overplayed songs and just do one go through of that.
Oh yeah. We'll do. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk. Look, there's 2 verses right there.
Yeah,
and then look at the back half of this song.
They know what
saying we're an American band.
They know where it's at, dude.
Yeah, they know how the juice is made.
My wife texted me. My wife to let me know that the singer from Falling in Reverse is married to Saraya, the AEW wrestler formerly known as Paige. Just so you guys know
it's that guy.
Yeah,
people hate that guy.
Ronnie something, right? Ronnie Ratsky.
Ronnie. Fuck. Hold on.
Radke.
People. Yeah, I think that's what it is. People hate that guy. Like he did something. I think he did something.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Domestic violence arrest.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a cool guy. Ronnie.
And he assaulted somebody at Six Flags. Six Flags, Ronnie.
If you're so mad at Six Flags, well, you know what? I take it back. I could see how it could happen at Six Flags.
He, oh Jesus Christ! What? He was. Hold on, you gotta see it. He was part of. He was performing at Six Flags with Falling in Reverse as part of Fest Evil.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Not even Evil Fest.
No,
Evil Fest.
It's Fest Evil. And he chucked a microphone into the crowd at the end of the show, injuring somehow a 16-year-old girl and a 24-year-old man. How do you hurt 2 people with one microphone throw?
It's like the JFK magic bullet, dude.
Yeah.
Back and to the left.
Because of it, Six Flags subsequently decided to ban hard rock and heavy metal bands from performing in the park in the future.
Thanks a lot, Ronnie.
I feel like there's a middle ground. You know what
I was going to go see Metallica at Six Flags, but not now. Thanks, Ronnie Radke.
And then he got accused of the R word. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep talking about that. So, not doesn't seem like a great dude.
They broke up. Newest, my wife coming in. Breaking news: they broke up in January.
That's right. So how is Soraya's last name Beavis? It's very funny.
Yeah,
her name's Saraya Beavis. Dang it, Beavis.
Is that a god?
I was gonna score.
Is that a goddamn?
Is it a goddamn? What did Jacob say with goddamn the other day?
Is it a goddamn?
Is it a goddamn-ocracy? It killed me.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Thank you to everybody who listens. Thanks for hanging with us. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We appreciate everybody who listened. Weigh in. I'm sure people are going to have hot takes. You know, if your favorite song lost, sorry.
I want to hear from somebody who thinks Carry On Wayward Son sucks. Like, if you think it sucks, I want to know what your face looks like. Okay.
It's just a person who I don't know.
It's Ronnie Radke.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I could see how you could get in a fight at Six Flags because it's hot and everybody's close together and it sucks and you thought it was a good idea to go to the theme park, but now you got to pay $27 for Panda Express.
All he did was throw a mic, though. He said he didn't. Yeah, he was just pumped up from the rockin'.
Right. I thought it was like he was there as a civilian. I didn't know Festival was in town to. Why invite Festival? What'd you think was going to happen? Six Flags. They aren't nice, you know.
He's got Unbreakable tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah, it's not Fest Cordial.
Yeah. Come on, man. All right. We appreciate everybody who listens. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. We got another bracket to break down because it's March Madness.
I'm not gonna play it. I have to pay myself royalties every time I play that. It's a real
and you're expensive, yeah.
Yeah. I really take myself to the cleaners. All right.